Yo, this is Sneaky Steve. I'm doing my first vlog, baby.
Yo, what the fuck you doing? Start the show. Welcome back. Another episode of Kickin, Kick 718.
Kick Steve, going on?
And we back. You missed us last week. We missed y'all because GTA 5. Y'all know, anybody that's been playing, we got wrapped up in the game. So, shout out to GTA 5 for fucking up our show. We appreciate y'all. So this week's episode, we got to talking again, and basically I wanted to just discuss how music influences the sneaker game, and how you know the two, including basketball, they are kind of all. It starts really with the music, you know, because music is real powerful. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. You know, you got the hip hop world. Everybody listens to hip hop.
Yeah.
And they see, you know, with the rappers wearing Jordans and composites and you know everything else. So you know, and it has a big influence.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's where when the hype starts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or they see, you know, these rappers wearing shoes that haven't been released yet, and then you know that's when the hype starts to build.
Word.
I can attest to when Kanye West did a commercial for some Kobe shoes, and he was wearing the Yeezy 2s.
That he outshined Kobe in his own shit.
It was a year even before the shoes were even announced. People were going crazy.
Yeah.
They were saying, "Yo, those are the Yeezy 2s," and you know, and it completely like overshadowed the Kobe sneakers.
I think with music is a powerful tool. I mean, you know, I'm sure designers have listened to music. They listen to music when they designing, and you know, it goes hand in hand. It's the street culture, us, the regular people. You know, that's our influence. That's our take. When we from up north, and you know, if you from up there, you know that music is a big thing. Basketball is huge. They go hand in hand. What comes next? The sneaker game. You know, so I mean, it's. I think a lot of people maybe people don't know, you know, but it's like the new thing. You know, I mean, we saw that. We were talking that video. It's some video with Miley Cyrus. She's rocking a Jordan dress. It's called like 23 or some shit. Whatever. Point is.
Okay,
yeah. So, you know, people gotta give credit. You know, that's why I always say if you're gonna get into the sneaker game, like, yo, you know, pay your homage. You know, do your homework. Understand. You know that it's not just it's sneakers and that's what it is. No, it comes from more than that. You know what I'm saying? And I think when people abuse it and they do corny shit, it makes the sneaker community look bad, and it puts a bum rap on hip hop, which already has one in my opinion. But you know, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go back into the 80s. You know what I'm saying? With Run DMC, who started the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, they started rocking Adidas. And then, you know, Adidas didn't want to accept it. You know, they didn't want to be associated with the hip hop thing.
Right.
And then, you know, when Adidas came out with that song by Adidas, everybody had to get a pair of Adidas.
That's powerful. Like,
you know
think about that shit. You know, same thing with Nelly. Nelly did Air Force Ones or whatever. Yeah. Air Force One sold like motherfucker that year. And that was what, like 2004.
Yeah.
So the music, I think, is real influential.
Even Nelly did the Step on My J's, you know, and that was all about Jordans and stuff.
Yeah.
So you know, it's definitely a powerful tool. You know, the hip hop and sneakers go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
I see, because you know you got your rappers, and then even now you got rappers getting shoe deals.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, 50 Cent. I mean, obviously Kanye West is the biggest one of them all, with the Yeezys, because everybody goes crazy for them.
Yeah.
But Jay-Z, when he signed with Reebok, his shoes were freaking selling off the racks like crazy.
Absolutely. And that was an older model shoe that Reebok had, and he kind of saw it and was like, I want to put my take to it, you know, and that's how that whole thing came about. I mean, a lot of people, some people may know, some people don't, but you know, do the research on it, you'll see the story behind it.
I think even Wiz Khalifa got a deal with
Converse, I think.
Yeah, with Converse.
So let me ask you this: How do you feel when rappers design shoes? Obviously, Kanye West is the biggest one, right? He's kind of running that game. But like, how do you feel How do you feel about their take on it?
I don't see a problem with it. I mean, I'm sure they grew up the same way that we did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Liking sneakers and having a passion for sneakers.
Right.
I don't see them having like something negative towards it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they like shoes, they want to get into it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the thing to do now because everybody's doing it.
Right.
Everybody's getting into doing collabs with shoe companies and coming out with their own line. You had what's his name, Swiss Beats with Reebok.
Mm-hmm. How you feel about what he's doing at Reebok? You like the job he's doing out there?
I think so. I mean, it was a nice shoe. I gotta say, I even like the Wiz Khalifa ones.
Yeah.
He had a nice cut.
Those
are really nice.
Those are pretty good. You know what I like too? I like the fact that I'd like to see more is people from different coasts. Like I like to see like a lot more West Coast rappers get involved and design more sneakers. I think that's kind of cool. I'd like to see that. I mean, but
let me ask you this though.
Huh?
Do you feel if they do limited or if they do general release, like does that do anything?
Well, I'll tell you. Go finish question.
Like with the Kanye West shoes,
Okay.
if they were regular release and released every other month or whatever, would it take away from the allure or what?
Well, I think there's no difference anymore. Exclusive and general releases. I think the hype is. I think there's no line dividing the two anymore. And I think when a celebrity does a shoe, I think it's always gonna sell out. Does it take away? It takes away because I genuinely love shoes, and if I want to go get a pair because I think they're really dope, and somebody else gets it because they think it's the shit to sell, that taints it for me. That taints. I mean, it's something that we've all come to live with, but it takes away from it. So it steals the allure. How about you?
All right. It's all right. I mean, do you think it has to do with the artist? Because, like I said, you had the Swiss Beats,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the Wiz Khalifa, but it only seems that when it's Kanye West, like his shit always is like instant camp out, sell out.
Well,
and then the Swiss Beats ones, they were since they were regular release, people weren't going crazy for them.
They weren't, but I mean, they were lining up. Now, obviously, it's not a Yeezy. Now, the thing with the Yeezy is that he's done his marketing. He knows that he designed some shit, and because it's him and his affiliation with Rockefeller and with Jay-Z, I mean, you instantaneously you think cool. You have these shits and you run in the game. So, well, I think controversy sells, and I think Kanye's said and done a bunch of shit that the second that you say, oh, these shoes are Kanye West, people are like, oh, I know who he is, and it's like it's an attention attractor. Like it attracts attention so much so that people you have to acknowledge the shoe. I think. I mean, how do you feel?
To me, it's mind-boggling because I know a lot of people love to hate Kanye West. They think he's arrogant,
Mm-hmm.
and all of this.
Right.
You can't deny his skills. I mean, I love the guy's music,
Mm-hmm.
but he just makes an ass out of himself a lot of times. But I guess there's something about him that people love when he designs shoes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't compare him to like Jay-Z in the shoe sense because he's completely outshined him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it may be because the Jay-Z line, the S. Carter, was a general release.
Okay.
When we're releasing regularly, and you got the Yeezys that only come out once in a blue moon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it is the exclusiveness that drives people crazy. Because I believe if the Yeezys would come out every month, like a regular release,
Okay.
I doubt it would be like how it is when they drop.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I think because it's him, and I think they would always sell out. I mean, too much of anything is bad. Too much of Kanye is obviously it would be bad. But I don't know. I think with how everything is linked together. Social media has linked us. We're nothing but one button away from anybody or anything. I think it's when you have those all connected, the hype, different colorway. I mean, his first sneaker was 3 different shoes.
Yep.
It was, I think, an Air Jordan 3. It was a Bape, and it was something else. I mean, people they went crazy because the sole glow. I mean, a lot, really, when you got a pair of sneakers that your soles glow, that's just real cool. I have a few pair.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's pretty cool.
When you have too much of that, I don't think he's unstoppable.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's unstoppable.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people hate him for whatever reasons, but you have to respect the guy's talent, his sense of fashion, whether you like it or not. But his shoes are the shoes. I mean,
you can't deny him, man. He's gonna tell you, look, my shoes sell out that line that he says in the rap, Yeezy jumped over the jump man.
Now, all right, that's a good point you bring. Now, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go on the record and say this: that one particular shoe, his 2 shoes, may have jumped over the jump man in a sense of hype because everybody wants them, but I think career-wise, obviously, there's 2 different stories being told. MJ's story, and when you see what I love about every Jordan that I have, that I've seen, whatever it is, I've seen him do crazy shit in that shoe, and it's fucking amazing. And I'm like, wow.
There's always history behind it.
There's history behind it. Same thing with Kanye, but you only see pictures of Kanye online unless you've seen him on tour. I saw him on tour. He had them shits on. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the want is crazy. Everybody would give half of their collection for one pair of Yeezys. I think that's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's crazy.
They would give up like 10 Jordans for one Yeezy.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Right. But I mean, again, that to me is the beautiful thing because it's a conversation that can go many ways, and it's about hip hop. It's about the music and how us as hip hop. I am hip hop. He's hip hop. It's very powerful too, like he said. And that's cool to me. Like. We're in mainstream America now. Now the conversation can go a lot of ways, as far as who's like fake and all this other shit.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool that we can even branch out that far.
Yeah, it's never gonna end. We're always gonna have hip hop. We're always gonna have sneakers, and they're always gonna be meshed together. It's like a marriage that's gonna keep growing and growing and growing.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe. Get some other artists in. It might not just be hip hop. It might be rock.
Right.
You got the Jeremy Scott line that's almost like rock stuff.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's a nice thing to have that is gonna branch out into more media.
Right.
Media.
And I mean, Nike. You've seen the Dr. Feelgoods and the shit. I think that shit is cool.
Those are dope shoes. Those dunks.
Yeah.
Those are great groups. And you always gotta open your mind to other things. You can't always stay on one. So that'll wrap it up for this episode of Kicking It. We hope you really liked it. Once again, we're sorry for not showing up for the last 2 weeks.
It's GTA fault. Blame it on them motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying? So
we want to shout out everybody that we fuck with, like always.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. We do this because we love it. We hope you love it. Hate it, whatever. It don't matter. Kick 718.
Steve 09.
Catch us again next week. Kicking It. Done.
Peace.